My name is Nektan, orc, hunter, future legend, current, barefoot beach goblin. Fresh out of character creation, wearing rags and radiating ambition. I remember the first time I played World of Warcraft. Got it for Christmas, way back. Boxed copy, orc hunter. Hit level 60, thought I was unstoppable. Then I stopped. Logged out for 10 years. Guess who's back? Gornek hits me with my first quest. Cutting teeth. Says I gotta toughen up. Thinks I'd be a good match for Boars. Boars. My guy saw me in a loincloth and said, "Yeah, this one's feral." I charge into the valley, ready for war. Forget to put auto shot on my bar. Spend 5 minutes meleeing pigs like I'm in a caveman LARP. Kill the Boars. Return triumphant. Gornek hands me more quests. I click accept. Didn't read a word. I trust the process. Zaretha tells me to kill familiars. Sounds evil, I agree. Purely based on vibes. My trainer Jen Sheen says I'm too weak to learn new moves. Says I need life experience. Lady. I just beat 5 pigs with a stick. Next thing I know, I'm picking cactus apples. Nature's spiky little slap in the face. Imagine the future war chief of the Horde, tiptoeing through bushes, picking fruit like a peasant. Then I see him, a troll, collapsed under a tree. Hanazua, wounded, bleeding. He whispers one word, Sarkoth. I whisper back, bet. I track down Sarkoth, big angry scorpion. I stab him, he stabs me, I win. Hanazua lives. I feel like a hero, for 12 silver. Back to the mission, kill some fireball happy familiars. One tried to emote mid-fight, I gave him the arrow. Into the cave, I find Yarok Bone Shadow. He casts spells, I cast confusion, still win. I hearth back like a tactical genius. Turn in quests, get rewarded with pants. Huge moment. Then comes the best quest yet. Hit lazy orcs with a stick until they wake up. They grunt, I nod. Mutual respect. Smacked 8 grown warriors out of REM sleep. That's leadership. Last stop, the pig. Tazril's pig. I find it faster than my cursor found auto shot earlier. I return to camp, hand it over, and with that, the Valley of Trials is complete. I head towards Sen'jin village, armed with one bow, no clue, and pure dumb momentum. If level 1 taught me anything, it's that I should probably put auto shot on my bar now. A few yards out of the Valley of Trials, I arrive in Sen'jin village, the troll starter zone, known for warm fires, laid-back vibes, and emotional trauma. First thing I see, a troll dancing like rent's due in 6 hours. Must be something in the jungle smoke. I talk to Master Gadrin. He hands me a lovely task. Bring him the head of Zalazane. Casual. Then comes a quest called Minchina's Skull. Turns out Zalazane's holding it hostage, keeping Minchina's spirit from resting. So yeah, murder and ghost work. Great. Next up, Master Vornal. He wants me to collect Makrura eyes and crawler mucus. That's 2 body fluids, from 2 different crab species. Good. Velrin Fang wants tiger furs. Straightforward, respectable. No mucus involved. I head into the main hut, buy a new bow, and feel 40% more threatening instantly. Outside, I meet La Praltus, crouched behind a bush, like he owes the IRS. He gives me a quest to destroy Kolkar attack plans, which I complete without getting ganked. La rewards me with a cloak, which I actually remember to equip this time. Character development. With my new drip, I hunt tigers for Fang. The furs drop, the guild does not. Then I swim to Zalazane's island. He's level 10, I'm level 6. I believe in miracles. I pull a voodoo troll before I even see Zalazane. She throws up lightning shield. I hit her. She shocks me. I panic. Then she heals, mid-fight. No remorse. I die almost instantly. Spirit form Nektan wanders the beach, reflecting on life choices and bad math. I decide to come back later, older, stronger, and preferably with a pet who bites. Back on the coast, I kill Makrura for their juicy eyeballs, then clear out pygmy surf crawlers. They look like tiny crabs. They die like tiny crabs. I return victorious. Master Vornal thanks me and rewards me with sticky glue. Everyone else gives me coin. This guy gives me preschool craft supplies. The glue sticks, but so does the trauma. So I leave Sen'jin, sticky and broke, walking the dirt path north. No pet, no pants with stats, just a quiver full of dreams and 17 silver to my name. Up ahead, Razor Hill. I've heard stories, tougher mobs, more trolls, hopefully fewer crabs. It's time to grow stronger or die trying again. Probably die trying again. I arrive in Razor Hill, bigger town, tougher quests, and more orcs standing under a tarp than a summer BBQ. Turns out that umbrella thing gives rested XP. So yeah, I stood under it. For the buff, not the shade. Obviously. I grab all the quests. Don't read a single one. Except the one about killing cool tyrans and some boars. Those felt personal. First target, Boars. Again. Still using the same busted axe from the Valley of Trials. At this point, it's less a weapon, more of a rusty suggestion. I hack them up one by one. Boars squeal. I level. Then it's off to fight quill boars. I meet an orc warrior along the way. We team up. Absolute chaos. We don't talk. We just swing. Push deeper into tougher quill boar territory. They hit harder. I hit back harder. Victory. Feeling bold, I ride north to Orgrimmar. It's time for professions. I picked leatherworking and skinning, the classic broke hunter combo. Back near Razor Hill, I spot a goblin hiding by the road. Suspicious. Turns out he just wants sacks of supplies. I grab them. He gives me 3 silver and then immediately asks me to kill an entire flock of dustwind harpies. Classic goblin escalation, from delivery boy to bird assassin in under 10 seconds. Then I meet Misha Torkren. She wants me to cut open crocolisks and find her son's fate. Touching, tragic, ignored for now. I head to Tiragard Keep to handle the Kultiras. I chop my way through every soldier like it's a buffet. Find Lieutenant Benedict, put him down, loot a key, open a chest. Inside, an aged envelope. No coin, no loot, just disappointment. It says I should bring it to Gorthak. Guess he's the local expert in mysterious soggy paperwork. But first, I swim off to loot oil barrels from sunken ships. Orc priorities. Turn in my quests, get a cloth hat. Feel no shame. Then Gorthak tells me to go right back and grab gnomish tools from a different ship. Fine. While I'm out there, I spot a quest up on a hill behind Tiragard. A sheep offers it. Normal. I follow the trail and end up at a quiet little house with a garden and more sheep out front. Feels peaceful until I walk inside. A level 11 hydromancer lives there. A mage. He casts frostbolt. I panic, start chopping. My signature move. I die. Again. Because apparently this guy took farming literally and farmers players. But that death unlocks something. Level 10. Which means one thing. It's taming time. One subscriber said, tame a scorpid. So I did. Named him Pinchy. He's spiky. He's small. He's full of rage. He's perfect. With Pinchy by my side and fresh trauma in my soul, we set out for 2 things. Revenge on the mage living in the sheep house, and to cut open crocodiles until we figure out what happened to Crone. That's right, it's a rescue mission, and a hit job. Before heading deeper into the Barrens, I make a decision. Time to finish what I started. I head back to Durotar. Pinchy's been eating like a king lately, and I'm broke, so it's boar time. I skin everything that moves and feed Pinchy like he's royalty. Fishing begins on the coast, slow and steady. I fish until skill 75, then detour to do some leatherworking. Hit 48, not bad for a guy still wearing a scruffy cloth hat. Off to Orgrimmar. I throw 74 raw, brilliant small fish into the auction house like I'm starting a seafood empire. Then I train journeyman fishing, 150 cap baby. I head to the crocolisk-infested riverbank for two things, fish and Crone's amulet, because apparently gutting swamp beasts is a viable missing person strategy. Eventually, I find it. Swamp forensic detective. I head to Kalman Azureborn's lair. Pinchy and I stroll up like we're collecting a debt. One axe hit later, Kalman is a puddle. I climb a mountain, swim across the sea, and finally arrive at Zalazane's island. He shrinks Pinchy. Bad move. Pinchy gets offended and straight up leaves. Mid-battle abandonment. Very professional. So I tame a raptor and name him Nibbles. He seems chill. Doesn't eat as much. Yet. Back to Sen'jin to turn in Zalazane. Then to Razor Hill. I check the mailbox. Some fish sold. 16 silver. The dream. Off to the Barrens. I fish until 150. Catch 10 oily blackmouths and 44 firefin snappers. I'm basically a chef now. At the crossroads, I meet Zag, who gives me meat quests. More meat for Nibbles. Then I meet Surgra Darkthorn. I grab the remaining quests, sell my fish in Orgrimmar before they start to rot, then head out, slay some plainstriders, hunt a raptor family at the top of a hill. Nibbles seemed emotionally conflicted. Then it's off to the stagnant oasis for fungal spores. Very scientific work, very heroic. Back at the crossroads, I turn them in and pause. What now? Maybe Stonetalon next. Maybe more glue. But one thing's for sure. I'm gonna need a lot more fish. We start at the crossroads, standing before the sacred shrine of all broke adventurers. The mailbox. Jackpot. 9 gold. All fish sold. Nibbles is eating tonight. I grab more meat from Zag. Nibbles is developing an appetite like a fellhound with tapeworms. Head to Ratchet. Fish for oilies. Usual. I train hunter skills and leatherworking in Orgrimmar. Then fly back to quest like a real gamer. Start off by slapping around Razormane Thornweavers. These guys live in the hills, sling fireballs and die real loud. Next, Jevra hoof grinding, skinning and hoarding leather like a budget Ragnaros. At Forgotten Pools, I dive into a weird fissure underwater. Quest text says explore. I say sure, I live. Back to Crossroads, more meat for Nibbles. He eats like he's prepping for a dungeon that doesn't exist. From a distance, I spot a human paladin murdering people. Rogue shows up, saps him. Paladin breaks it, stuns the rogue, deletes him. I roll up like a green newbie with a small red raptor and big dreams. Then a troll mage shows up, channels arcane missiles, and nukes the paladin to Azeroth's Shadow Realm. An undead mage saunters over and starts cannibalizing the corpse. Because of course he does. From the bushes, a goblin yells, "Cannibalize that foo." Rogue comes back, joins the feast. Turning quest, grab more. Quillboar time. Krennic snarls Snout has a bounty on his tusk. He's like the Elon Musk of Razorfang rejects. I hide behind a bush, spot an undead player nearby. Send Nibbles to do recon. He doesn't see me. Eagle Eye OP. I find Krennic, charge in, and kill him before the undead even blinks. Hunter superiority. Kill Savannah Prowlers for claws. Hunt Harpies for talons. Business as usual. Turning claws to Surgra. She sends me to kill Ichayaki. I head to the watchtower, give Darsok the talons. He now wants rings. I could have grabbed them earlier, but cool, love walking. Dang, level 16. I feel nothing, except older. Thorg says I make the Horde proud, gives me a belt with 3 intellect. I'm a hunter. Thanks anyway. Mail check. 3 more gold from fish. Time to invest. I buy 10 slot bags like a baller. Leatherworking to 123. Craft a gear set. Upgrade it with +2 stamina kits. Might give it away. Buy a new 2-hander. Learn axe skills from Hanashi. We stare at each other for 10 seconds. No words, just mutual confusion. Equip lupine axe. Upgrade from my Valley of Trials toothpick. Kill a Cherokee. Collect his hide. Somehow skin him. Don't ask. Get harpy rings. Back to Crossroads. Then off to Razor Hill to find someone worthy of this gear. Find a level 9 troll hunter named Garlek. His gear is tragic. I trade him the gear. He accepts without a word. Just stares at me. I stare back. NPC moment. Then he dances. I dance too. Head to Crossroads to cash in some quests and immediately get assigned a jog to Thunder Bluff. I swear, every quest in the Barrens is just cardio in disguise. Thunder Bluff is majestic as ever. Giant elevators, pipe flutes, and that constant fear of falling off a cliff. I grab Leaders of the Fang from Nara Wildmane, ignore the Tauran poetry readings, and boomerang back to Crossroads. Instead of using the normal entrance to Wailing caverns like a normal person, I mountain goat my way up and swan dive into the cave like an absolute mad lad. Ebu gives me the Deviate Eradication quest and throws in a leatherworking pattern, Deviate Scale Belt. It's basically a fanny pack with stats. Nalpak wants me to slay Zandara and bring back her head. I guess someone watched too many action flicks because this feels very Highlander. Queue up for the dungeon via Turtle Finder. Might be waiting a while. DPS problems. While I wait, I head north to Stonetalon. Sirith wants 15 goblin invaders gone. Makaba, whose name sounds like a failed snack brand, asks me to avenge his obliterated village. Reward, 10 silver. Thanks for the trauma dump, buddy. I smash the Grim Totem and move on. Malakajin appears on the map. Some troll village that looks like it was built from leftover Zulfaric furniture. Meet Zenzilla. Says spiders have been raiding his meat stash at night. Either he's paranoid or spider cuisine is the new meta. I stumble across a wanted poster for Besseleth. A viewer once told me, "Don't tame a spider." Message received. I turn Besseleth into leg stew. Q finally pops. I zip to the dungeon, wait for our priest to find his keyboard, and in we go. No wipes, no drama, just pure tactical stabbing. Grabbed some gear, finished every quest, and most importantly, didn't fall asleep in the maze of tunnels. Turn in quests, snag the leatherworking pattern, and catch the first bird to Thunder Bluff for the final hand in. Cooking gets to 94. I make belt. I feel poor. I head back to my sacred fishing spot. The oily black mouths are flowing. I'm in the zone. Then a Tauran shows up. No hello, just, "You a bot?" I say, "Nah, just dedicated." He says, "Prove it. Drive me away." Alright, duel time. I trap him. He panics and shifts out of bear form. Aim shot, boom, concussive, bam, wing clip, misses. I get flattened. But hey, not a bot. Just aggressively unemployed. Windshear Crag. Corporate nightmare. Venture come loggers everywhere. I start chopping them down like I'm unionized. Boom. Level 21. Even Nibbles looked proud. Then off to Boulderslide Ravine to smash glowing crystals like a deranged geologist. I grab the resonite and get out. Probably worth at least 1 silver or a weird dream. I return to Zenzilla. He thanks me for the spider meat rescue. Macabra's waiting too, still brooding. He tells me Grundig was the mastermind behind the Grim Totem raid. I accept the quest. But come on, his name is Grundig. Sounds like a clogged sink. I'll find him, end him. Nibbles eats his boots. Justice. Head north to Sunrock Retreat. Place is chill. Too chill. No guards, no stress. Just vibes and quests. Grab everything, then decide it's time. I want Shadowfang Keep. Catch a Zep to the Sepulchre. Classic undead town. Smells like wet parchment and passive aggression. Dalar Dawnweaver gives me Arugul must die. Wants his head. Says Silverpine is strategically important. I stop listening halfway through. Something about curses. Typical Forsaken stuff. I wander down into the crypts and pause. It reminds me of Thorn and his wife. They were human once. Warriors, healers, lovers. Killed in the Second War. Brought back as Forsaken. They say they still wander these tombs, side by side. But hey, that's a tale for another time. High Executor Hadrek gives me another quest for the keep. Cool, I hearth out. Back in Stonetalon, Merkfallen Lake. Elementals and glowing seeds. I'm here planting magic trees and punching lava. Then it's time. Stonetalon Peak. Local legend says it's a sacred place, infused with ancient druidic energy. A battleground between nature and industry. I slay daughters of Cenarius, their sons, and some very confused botanists. Nibbles was chewing bark like a teething toddler. I descend into the charred vale. Places crawling with harpies and fire. Legend says it was once a lush sanctuary, until the harpies burned it trying to summon power. I'm here replanting Gaia seeds while dodging shrieking bird women. Kind of feels like trying to garden at a punk rock concert. I head toward Ashenvale. The air shifts, from dry dust to pine-soaked mist. Ashenvale, where the trees whisper and the wars never really end. Nibbles growls. I nod. Another tale begins. I woke up in Ashenvale, land of towering trees, bloodthirsty elves, and one too many warsong oil spills. Picked up a quest for satyr horns and warsong oil. While elbow deep in demonic goat men, a troll warrior nearby gets absolutely swarmed. He's spinning, panicking. I jump in, start popping shots. We survive. He gives me a nod and a thanks man before disappearing into the trees. What a bro. Turned in my quests and then, ding, Shadowfang Keep popped. Ah yes, Shadowfang Keep. Once a noble gilney in Barrens estate, now it's basically a haunted dog kennel with mold. Arugul, the mad mage, decided it was a good idea to summon Worgen from another dimension. You'd think someone would have stopped him after the first hairy snarl. But no, we got a dungeon instead. We zone in. The priest spends 5 minutes in the kitchen, but once he's back, the run is smooth. We slice through Worgen, spirits, and abominations like they owe us gold. Some guy yells, need that on every drop, including cloth robes. Classic, no wipes, no drama. And I only got lost twice. Shadowfang, conquered. Next stop, Blackfathom Deeps, a former night elf Moonwell turned seafood horror show. It's got everything, naga, cultists, turtle mobs that move slower than my mailbox, and water that smells like regret. I join a group. Nobody brings water-breathing potions, so it's breath-holding time. We dive in, take out every boss, and even survive the evil fish priestess. I loot a trident I can't even use, but pretend it's a trophy. By the end, I'm soggy, salty, and satisfied. Headed to Thunderbluff after the dungeons. Leveled my leatherworking to 171. Crafted myself some shiny, toughened leather gloves. They smell like Kodo sweat, but the stats? Worth it. Then it was time for revenge. I went back to Stonetalon Mountains to finish off those harpies. They didn't see it coming, especially not with me, 5 levels stronger, and my pet actually obeying commands now. Magrin Earthbinder was impressed, so impressed. He gave me blood-free bloodlines, a quest to take down a harpy queen who's been causing chaos in the skies. Finally, a boss with wings and sass. I rush to the Ripper spawn. She's a harpy queen with a screech that can pop eardrums and a crown made of shattered arrowheads. 6 people were already there. I said, invite. Guy hits me with, we full mate. It's bugged. Doesn't loot the quest item. Right, and I'm a gnome in disguise. So I bailed. Headed back to Ashenvale, into Rainwood Retreat. Beautiful place, until you realize it's crawling with druids who want your spleen. At the end is Ordanis, a corrupted priest of the moon who traded peace for power. I put him down and bagged his head. Quest said so. With all the straggler quests finally done, I made my way to the Great Lift. There it was, towering above the Barrens, creaking as it carried travellers into Thousand Needles. New zone, new dangers, new stories. The final leg of the journey began in Thousand Needles, a canyon full of centaur warbands, wyvern nests, and enough dust to clog a tauren's hooves. This is where heroes are made, or embarrassingly kited into cliffs. Free Wind Post wants the centaur pacified, meaning exterminated. Scouts, wranglers, wind chasers, all gone. Nibbles and I dive in like a wrecking crew. He claws, I shoot. We leave hoofprints and regret behind us. Then it's up to a wyvern roost to steal 10 eggs. Nibbles grabs one in his mouth. I grab the rest. We're now officially egg criminals. Whitereach Post sends me to recover a hypercapacitor gizmo. From a panther. Yes. A panther the beast is level 30 elite and wearing tech like it's in a steampunk jungle fashion show. I try to fight him, try to kite him. Nibbles does his best, but we both go down, fast. So I do what every legendary hero does in a movie. Walk away in shame, planning my revenge montage for later. I turn in my quests and head out to loot something called an alien egg. It's just sitting there, glowing, screaming quest item. I grab it, 0 hesitation. Then it's off to the Dark Cloud Pinnacle, a floating mess of angry Grim Totem and badly placed bridges. I grab secret notes from chests, take out Arnott Grim Totem, and escort Lakota Windsong off the cliff. Nibbles clears the way like a raptor with something to prove. I love that guy. Next up, Shimmering Flats. It's dry, it's flat, it's weird. I'm minding my business when it happens. A skull-level human rogue appears, out of nowhere. Opens with a stun. I panic. Nibbles jumps in to defend me. He dies. Fast. Like, too fast. I try to run. I get dropped. I swear I heard the rogue laugh. We come back, silently. No words. Just pain and vengeance energy. I grind out the rest. Scorpid venom, basilisks, rocket parts, all with Nibbles at my side. With the flats cleared, I take the Zeppelin to Hillsbrad foothills. Fresh zone, new quests. Nibbles returns, emotionally scarred, still biting things. We smash through quests until finally, ding, level 30. From cactus apples and sticky glue to alien eggs and elite cats. This was the grind.